Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. So, the problem has come about that I'm just not having fun with it. The game is not well designed as a video game. It's trying to tell a story that I'm not super interested in. That would have been. It's really a combination of probably 5 or 6 stories, if I was to guess. And let's see.
I don't think I want to know what kinds of sermons were preached here.
So, these stories are too old. You're not going to really find a story from 20, 30, 40 years ago, like these stories, I suspect are, that hasn't already been done and done better. So, I'm going to hopefully wrap up this whole series in this recording. I'm going to follow the walkthrough to my best abilities, which even the walkthrough I'm looking at is one of these old school walkthroughs that they used to put where they didn't put any punctuations or pictures in it. That's common with old games, that you'd have old style walkthroughs, and because of that, it's kind of hard to keep your place and see what you're doing. But I'm going to follow it and get through Ted rather fast and hopefully get through the rest of the game. Alright. So I'm supposed to now go to Ellen's room. Apparently I was supposed to read all the books, but I'm not sure if I looked at the books, if that was reading them. It makes sense to talk to Ellen.
Oh, Ted. I feel so tired, so weak.
Did Am do this to you?
Yes, maybe. I can't tell. They whisper in my ear, and this bed is so soft.
Can you walk?
No, I'm too weak. I haven't been out of this bed in ages.
Do you know if there's a way to escape from this place?
I searched the entire castle grounds before I fell ill. There's no escape for me but death.
No, I won't let you die.
I can't take this suffering anymore, Ted. The things I've endured, help me to die with dignity. Don't let anyone violate me again, not even in death.
No, don't go. I need you. We need you.
If you really care for me, Ted, bring me my hand mirror.
So, I guess we just keep talking.
Why
to
do you
her.
want a mirror?
My stepmother has been jealous of me ever since she became ugly. She had something to do with my illness. I know it, but she doesn't dare come near me while I have the mirror.
See, this sounds like a fairy tale. I bet Ted never even knew of somebody by the name Ellen.
Where is your mirror?
I left it on my dressing table. Bring it to me.
Perfume bottles, jewelry boxes, but no mirror.
So, now I'm supposed to talk to her after I look and say I can't find
Ted,
the mirror, which is
please
true.
tell me you found my mirror.
I looked on your dressing table. Your mirror's not there.
You have to find it, Ted. It's the only thing keeping my stepmother away, and it's the only thing that can finally end my suffering.
Go back to sleep, Ellen.
Yes, sleep. That's what I need.
See, and right now, if I wasn't terrified of going in the wrong place and somehow dying, I would feel free to wander around looking for a mirror in all of the 4 or 5 scenes that I can walk to. But since I am terrified of that, and since I want to just be done, I need to push this icon according to the walkthrough.
Nothing special about this rod except for the ridiculous gargoyle face on top.
And I'm supposed to take it. And I'm supposed to now push it. See, I'm just sitting here
It's
reading.
bolted to the wall.
So I'm supposed to push one of these sconces.
It's bolted to the wall.
Sconce is a thing you attach to a wall for lighting
A
fixtures.
secret passage. What's waiting for me up there?
And he's supposed to be paranoid, and he's not really showing the characteristics of paranoia enough.
Some sort of demonic rituals must go on here. What in God's name have I stumbled onto?
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. I think I may have skipped a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I did. I can't even blame the game for this one. This one is just, the game's so old, the walkthrough's so old. It's one giant paragraph. So,
No one slept in this bed for ages. The sheets are coated with dust.
And I'm looking for a witch's evil looking bedroom, which I guess is this one. To take this glass.
Ouch! I cut myself.
So did she break the mirror? Now I'm supposed to was supposed to get here. It doesn't really matter until it does. Unfortunately, sometimes it does matter in this game, the order of doing things. Alright, we're back to this point. Reveal passage, you can't do anything. Go to the kitchen and ask the kitchen? I haven't even seen a kitchen. Which doorway was that? There must be this doorway up front.
Despite the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a place where servants do all the work.
Alright, so for the first time ever that we found the kitchen, let's talk to the maid.
Excuse me, do you work here?
Why, of course I work here. Why else would I be plucking this chicken? Say, you're a handsome gent. There aren't many men left in these parts.
What happened to Ellen?
Lady Ellen? Oh, well, she's been ill and that's all I know. It's not healthy to ask too many questions these days. Let's talk about you instead.
Is there a way to escape from this castle?
Escape? With all of those wolves in the forest? Well, it's safer to stay in the castle. The beds are very cozy. You should try mine sometime.
So, this is so small a resolution, being 640 by 480. I mean, I can't even make out a face here. This animation looks alright. I can see an eye and a nose and something. All I see is some hair, and maybe I can make out a nose and an eye and a mouth, but it's so blurry. She's so far away from the screen, and the fictional fourth wall camera. I mean, for all I know, she's a monster that doesn't have a face. It's probably not true.
Where can I find a mirror?
What do you want with a mirror? Those are pretty rare, what with an ugly woman in charge of the castle.
Please, I need to find a mirror.
And you are what I need. I'll make a deal with you. I will tell you where you can find a mirror if you spend some quality time in my bed.
So I imagine Ted probably cheated on Ellen. And that's the trick here, is just not to do the wrong thing again and cheat on your sick wife.
That's a flattering offer, but I'm not interested.
I'll give you what you need. Hasn't it been too long for you?
And they're definitely pushing us towards... And see, for a game this old, it might be a little tempting to say yes, because who knows, you might get some 640 by 480 pixelated nudity. And that was certainly something hard to come by in the days that these games were out, without the internet really being the thing it is today. But certainly that's not what's going to happen in this game. If you said yes, I bet Am will immediately beam you out.
Sorry, but it's out of the question.
What's the matter? Aren't I good enough for you? Not classy enough? Not rich enough?
I'm sure you're a fine woman, but my heart belongs to another.
So, you're in love with that thing sleeping in a bed? Have you ever been with one? Or are you just curious? I can make you so much happier. I can, you know.
That was a completely different recording of it, like a different voice actor, a different quality, or I have no idea what went wrong there. And you're having to turn her down quite a lot for a video game. 3 times is the maximum.
Look, I am not going to make love with you.
Oh, all right. I have another deal for you. The oven's broken. If you can fix it, I'll get you a mirror.
Alright. So, now I've got to fix the oven. Do I just use the oven?
Ah, there's the problem. I'll have this fixed in a jiffy. It's been so long since I've gotten dirt under my fingernails from good, honest work.
See, and that feels like that there should have been a puzzle there, or you should have had to use an item with it or something. That seems completely way too easy for a video game to be given a goal and then do it. So now, talk to her again.
I fixed your oven. Now where is the mirror?
Sorry, I don't know where a mirror is, but at least now I can finish dinner.
Why, you used me, you bitch!
Just like you tried to use me, you snobby bastard. I'll bet you've used lots of women with your smug charm. You're nothing but a phony.
And see, it's just like easy to not use the B word there and make your game more approachable. This is a really mature game just because it wants to be, and not because it needed to be. Although the psychological themes, if they were done better, would then knock it right back up to being mature. So apparently, according to the walkthrough, I'm supposed to talk to her again?
Please, I need to find a mirror.
Well, you did fix the oven. Listen, the old woman knows where the mirror is, but she's afraid of it. She obviously can't get to it herself, or she would have destroyed it by now.
Where can I find the old woman?
You might try her bedroom. She's always studying her books. Doesn't go near the master's books, though. Never saw what those two had in common.
What's behind this door?
The door's locked.
Okay, good to know. Is there anything else in this room? Nope. Now the walkthrough says just go back to this room now, which there's no reason why you would want to go back to this room. You were given no guidance to it. Maybe if I went to the old woman's it says I'm supposed to talk to a witch. What? There's no witch here.
Partially completed circle inscribed with a pentagram. This must be part of a black ritual.
So maybe the walkthrough's wrong. Maybe I do need to go look in her bedroom. That would make more sense. I believe this is her bedroom.
I feel a cold draft blowing across the bed like from an open grave.
She talks about the old woman, and then she told me to go here, and then I go here, and then I go here. Walk in here. Maybe I'm supposed to use this with the circle.
There's not enough blood to draw anything. I don't know anything about magic.
Did I not read the books? Is that what I did wrong? See, and this is just the problem with this game. It's like, look at the books.
Why, this is a collection of books on the black arts. There must be dozens of volumes.
Do I use the books? Oh, I do. I have to read them all. Wow.
This is a catalog of the demons ruling the abyss. One of these entries is circled. Surgot, opener of locks. Supposedly he can open anything. Too bad I can't read Arabic. From the notes in the margins, I gather it has something to do with opening a gate into another world. This book seems to be about how to change metals into gold. I've read a fair number of science textbooks, but I can't make head nor tail of any of these formulas.
So I needed to
Here's
use
a picture of the circle I saw in the secret room. The inscription says, "Complete the charm to summon the spirit, but do not break the circle or the spirit will escape."
So now I need to come read all these books. I could easily see a player never figuring this stuff out. These
I've
aren't
read
even
this
regular
novel.
books.
It's about a foolish old man who believes he's a knight destined to revive the golden age of chivalry. I know this story. It's about a magician who sells his soul to the devil in exchange for power. This looks like a diary.
So we gotta now read each passage of the diary.
First passage reads, "My new wife continues her rapid aging. Each day is as a year to her. I believe that the magic drains her, twists her." The second passage reads, "The incantations I hear from my wife's infernal workroom are the purest evil. Perhaps it is her hatred of my daughter that drives her up there." The third passage reads, "Ellen grows weaker and weaker. My wife advises an antidote to her illness, but it lies very far away. I must assemble a caravan. Final passage reads, "The forest has grown dark and overrun with dire wolves since my marriage. I doubt that even with a full complement of men I shall return alive, but I must try."
So that was the father.
This was one of my favorites. It's about how King Arthur assembled the most chivalrous knights in all Europe. This is Plato's dialogue about the nature of love. I know this. It's Dante's epic journey through hell, heaven, and purgatory.
Now, each one of these stories at some point might make for a good video game if you put the time and effort into it. However, for instance, the Divine Comedy here was attempted to be made into a video game, and it was alright, but not good enough to justify continuing this story past Dante's Inferno, the first third of the story. Faust is kind of a generalized tale, Don Quixote is kind of generalized. I'm not so sure about Symposium or Morte d'Arthur. That's just King Arthur. Has been playing games somewhat similar to that. It's easier to tell your own story than be stuck to a strict
Is Lady
pattern.
Ellen prepared?
As ready as she will ever be. The spell keeps her body weak, but she will remain conscious.
The art of sacrifice is reduced to science. And what of the glamour?
We must wait for its removal. It remains beyond our best efforts.
Then we wait for a prince. With his help, we can open the gate to the other world.
So there's our prompt to go right in here, I guess.
Now, where did they go?
And now I can move forward according to the story. That would have been your prompt to look for a secret room, but no real help as far as the sconces and all of that. You would have had to just try
It's
them
the
all.
witch. What is she doing with her hands? Some kind of incantation, perhaps?
So now we gotta talk to the witch.
What have you done to Ellen, you old witch?
Ah, our prince has finally arrived. Now we can begin our ritual.
Why do you call me a prince?
Isn't that who you want to be to Ellen? Her Prince Charming? I need someone to gain her trust, to break down her defenses. It's a part you played many times in the real world.
What ritual are you talking about?
A sacrifice, a trade. Ellen's life in exchange for safe passage through the gate.
What's this about a gate?
The gate is a passage into the surface world. It is the only way out of this place.
So we're being tempted that maybe we could do this ritual and get away from Am, because we're being shown magic now instead of everything else. Well, this was the first time we've seen anything that was specifically magic, but we've seen a lot of weird stuff.
What's supposed to be my role in this ritual?
I need you to destroy Ellen's mirror. She has been using it to keep me away from her. I want you to break it so that I can complete what I have started.
Where is Ellen's mirror?
It is on her dressing table.
Really? Because I didn't see it there.
I looked on Ellen's dressing table. The mirror's not there.
You must find that mirror. It has great magical properties. Without it, I cannot guarantee that I can complete the ceremony.
So here's a weird thing. At this point, I'm supposed to at some point say I'll kill her, but after she says go to the devil, and I just don't see. She didn't say that.
I ought to kill you instead.
Oh, do we fancy ourselves the avenging knight? My magic is much more powerful than any physical force you can muster. Begone!
So I'm just kind of rejecting her. And then it says go back here. Man, the walkthrough doesn't even make sense half the time. It says put the icon on the hinge of the door. And shove the suit of armor in front of the doorway.
The damn door's blocking the way. This door looks built to withstand quite a determined assault.
Push the door.
The door won't close.
So we have this door. And it's saying put the icon in the hinge of the door. Oh, I see. Use this thing with the door.
It fits almost perfectly.
There we go. He's way over there. We got a spinning save screen, so we might as well save. And now push the armor. And I get the music, but I have no idea what I just did. So I shoved it in front of the front door to do what? Stop somebody from coming in or going out? I don't even know who was coming in or going out at all. I'm so lost. And I bet half the players that got this far would be lost as to why they just did that. Alright, now go to Ellen's room and the devil will appear. Let's see. See if that works. Oh, a literal devil. Red tail and all. Okay. Let's see. Keep talking to him, talk to Ellen.
Who are you?
I'm a devil, of course. Why else would I have this pointed tail?
What do you want?
Ellen's soul. That's a valuable commodity where I come from.
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
Sorry, I don't bother with such material things. They only bring about bad luck.
Who is this Sir God I've heard about?
He's a minor spirit, a demon. Don't confuse him with those pathetic imps, or heaven forbid, higher order devils. Opener of all locks, indeed.
It sounds like you really hate demons.
You got that right. In fact, the only things we consider worse than those untrustworthy fellows are angels.
So devils don't like demons? That doesn't make any sense.
How can beings as powerful as yourselves stoop to fighting like school children?
Well, it's like this, big boy. In hell, we do things exactly like you do them here. Or used to do them before Am took over.
Am is in control of hell?
Are you saying that Am is in control of hell?
Oh, don't look so surprised. Who else could be in control of this madhouse? Only man could create such a monster. Sorry.
What do you mean that you do things like we do here?
I mean that there are always internal struggles, petty conflicts for power. Only in this case, the struggles are between entities that you can't see, or might rarely see. That means serious problems for you.
What problems can these unseen struggles cause for me?
You must decide who is your friend and who is your enemy. And remember, with Am's control over morphogenic fields, appearances mean nothing.
Morphogenic fields? First time I've heard that phrase. So I assume that means that Am can make people look like whatever.
Please, go away!
Try to understand my position. I can't leave because there's an angel coming to take away her soul. If I step out and your friend croaks, the holy eunuch spirits the goods off to heaven.
So I've got to talk to Ellen now?
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
Let's just tell her everything.
Please, hang on, Ellen. Your father went to find an antidote for your illness.
That was weeks ago, Ted. My father will never return, with or without an antidote.
Who is this witch who lives here with you?
She's my stepmother. When the ugliness infected her, she broke just about every mirror in the castle.
I can't let you die. The devil is waiting to take your soul.
My soul was taken long, long ago, Ted. And not just by Am. Anything would be better than this never-ending torture.
Let's see. I still can't find it.
I'm sorry, Ellen. I can't find your mirror.
You have to find it, Ted. It's the only thing keeping my stepmother away. And it's the only thing that can finally end my suffering.
Go back to sleep, Ellen.
Yes, sleep. That's what I need.
So, if he is really just making things look like they're not there,
Perfume bottles, jewelry boxes,
the mirror
but
may
no
very
mirror.
well just be right there and I just can't see it. So now I have to go back to the witch's bedroom according to the walkthrough and read new books. Let's see.
Here's a picture of the circle I saw in the secret room. The inscription says, "Complete the charm to summon the spirit, but do not break the circle or the spirit will escape."
We already read this, but I'll read it again.
Luckily, I'm up on my Shakespeare, or I wouldn't have noticed this book about witches. Here's the spell that the witch must have cast on Ellen. The incantation is Kala Ingma Thako.
So I'm supposed to memorize that. Well, actually, I don't even have to memorize it because it's just written here in the walkthrough. Tell the witch about the spell and cast it. Alright. Still no clue as to why I needed to shut the door. Was it really just to make me feel less paranoid? Come on. Walk to doorway. Jeez, that didn't want to work. So now I'll talk to the witch again and just tell her to spell.
I know all about the sleeping spell you cast on Ellen, and I'm prepared to use it on you.
Foolish mortal! You don't have the ability to use the spell properly.
So, we have three things here, and it's which one is the right one.
Oh, don't I? Kala Ingma Thako.
I suddenly feel so sleepy.
She's unconscious, I hope.
And so she's dropped this chalk, which I could easily see missing since it's right on the line. And that's what we needed. And then I'm supposed to use the chalk with the circle.
Why'd you have to finish the circle? Now I'm stuck here until we work out a trade.
Who are you?
I am Surgat, opener of locks. Am and I are brothers, more or less.
Are you saying that you are another Am?
It would be more accurate to say that I am a part of him, a part that he doesn't know exists.
See, it's really oddly tying back into that overall Am story.
What kind of locks can you open?
I can open anything. Doors to a boudoir, doors to another world.
What were you saying about a trade?
I can return to my sphere of origin only if we complete a trade. I will unlock something for you if you give me something in return.
Can you lock the castle's front door? Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door? Can you open the gate into the surface world? So he only unlocks things, so the first one's probably wrong. And the gate to the surface world probably wouldn't do anything. Can you unlock the bedroom door is what it says to do here.
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
Ordinarily, that would be easy, but this planar travel has sapped my energy. Give me something juicy to revitalize me, and I'll perform your little parlor trick.
So I'm supposed to give him my blood.
That's much better. I feel my energy renewed. Now, what were you asking me, human?
Unlock the maid's bedroom door.
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
There. It is done. A trivial little task, one not even requiring any pyrotechnics. The maid's boudoir is now open for your inspection.
Can you lock the castle's front door?
Do I look like a higher order demon to you? I can only unlock doors. I can't lock them.
Interesting.
I don't believe you can unlock
That's
the
what I
maid's
figured.
bedroom door from here.
Well then, why don't you go down to the kitchen and see for yourself?
I guess I needed to click on that to get out of there. Well, if I had asked him to open a gate to the surface world, then I imagine something would have gone wrong there and I may have lost. Let's go ahead and save again. It is unlocked.
This must be the servants' quarters.
Look at the tapestry, that looks interesting.
Devil's looking into a hand mirror.
Who would have a tapestry of a devil looking into a hand mirror? And really, that's the only thing in this room I'm supposed to do. The only other thing I can do is look at the bed and look at the chest.
The scullery maid was right. This is a very cozy bed. How quaint. A hope chest. I'll bet that maid is eternally hopeful. They all want their knight in shining armor.
See, I personally don't like playing as sleazy guys like Ted kind of feels like he is. that he probably in his real life slept around a lot. I just don't like that. Ah, an angel showed up. So am I supposed to talk to the angel now? It doesn't say talk to him. It says talk to the devil.
I've seen the tapestry in the maid's bedroom, and I think you do know where Ellen's mirror is.
Oh, all right. I know where it is. I hid it before the angel showed up. I didn't want Golden Boy to use it to his advantage.
That doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right that for somebody to not be helpful and then turn around and be helpful just because you can figure out that they're lying.
Where is Ellen's mirror?
I hid it someplace good, someplace where an angel would never go. Now will you get off my back?
Now it's time to talk to the angel. Maybe ask him where they would never go.
Who are you?
Do not fear me. I am an agent of the Lord.
What do you want?
Ellen has suffered much and has earned her place in paradise. I have come to guide her soul to heaven.
Sadly, at this rate, I don't think we're going to finish the game in this recording.
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
It's taking too long
No,
to do.
I haven't seen the mirror. If I knew where it was, I would use it to get rid of my fallen brother.
Why is everyone so interested in the mirror?
Mirrors harbor incalculable power in this sphere. They repel some and attract others.
Seems like there's very rarely a mistake in clicking on everything, but sometimes there is an actual thing. It's strange how the game, sometimes the dialogue matters, sometimes it doesn't.
What power does this mirror have over Ellen?
It can bring about either her salvation or destruction. Her fate now rests on your shoulders.
It's so, like, typical angel, typical devil.
What can you tell me about the devil?
Do not listen to him. His kind means only destruction and woe.
Who is this Sir God I've heard about?
Avoid the demon. He has caused us all trouble on more than one occasion.
Please, save us.
Fear not. Salvation is at hand.
Isn't that what Am always says? I'm a little surprised that the angel doesn't say Am is running heaven too. It is just kind of a cheap way of thinking to say that some computer would get so powerful, so intelligent that it would somehow actually become a god and actually gain a control of an actual heaven and an actual hell. There's just not enough logical connections there as to why that would happen or how it happened. It's like there should be a story that explains all of that if that was going to be the case. Alright, so now for little prompting, I'm supposed to read the Divine Comedy again.
There's a hand mirror right between the Inferno and Purgatorio sections. So this is where the devil hid it.
Oh, I get it. An angel would never go to the Inferno or Purgatorio. So I get the mirror. And that kind of makes sense, but it would easily take me at least an hour or two to wander around to figure that out without the hint. Maybe the psych profile would have helped, but every time I've looked at the psych profile things, they've never really helped me. It's like, according to mythology, magicians fell in love with his reflections in a pool of water, that he died because he was unable to tear himself away. Like, so I kind of get what that's going to be. I'm probably going to give the mirror to the devil, but let's see what the walkthrough says. now it says, ask Ellen if she would like to go with the angel. Alright.
Ted, please tell me you found my mirror.
There's an angel and a devil quarreling over your soul.
Men have been fighting over my body for more than 100 years, and now they want my soul. Please, Ted, just release me from all this. I don't care what happens to me anymore.
Let's see.
I found your mirror, Ellen.
I hope
Then
I'm
show
doing
it to
this
me.
right.
Let me see my face one last time.
I don't feel like I am doing this.
I found Ellen's mirror.
You now wield great power in your hands. However you use it, the choice must be yours.
See, the walkthrough's not even telling me the right stuff. It's been written poorly. It's not specific. And now I'm complaining about the walkthrough instead of the game. But everything I just said about the walkthrough is true about this game too. It's been written poorly and it's not specific. Give her the mirror and she'll go to heaven. Alright. Give the mirror to her, which is all she's been asking for since we met her.
Oh, I look so tired and empty. It's time to sleep. Sleep forever.
She is dead. God have mercy on her soul.
Not so fast there, golden boy. Her soul is mine. I've waited longer.
But Ellen suffered so much and gave to many. She deserves salvation.
Listen to me, you feathered propaganda machine. I'll pluck you alive before you take this soul anywhere. I'm waiting until I get it.
You forget that patience is a virtue. I will wait until yours runs out.
So apparently they're both just going to stand there forever until one of them leaves and then take her soul, which is weird. Seems like they might fight or something. Anyways, it says he used the mirror on the devil. That makes sense. We saw him use it, looking at it.
My, I am gorgeous. Why, I could just plunge right into myself.
Ellen is now safely in heaven. My time here is ended, but I leave you with this warning. Do not break the mirror until you bring it and the devil into the charmed circle. God bless you, Ted.
So the game's telling you directly what to do. I wonder what would have happened if I'd used the mirror on the angel. And so we go back this way. Where did the maid go? She just kind of disappeared on us. So again, I just want to save, and then break the mirror in the charm circle, and use the mirror with the circle.
What happened? How did I get trapped with this demon?
I brought you some company, Sir Gott.
That was damn stupid, human. Hell, you're not even human anymore. Not exactly. Not with being kept alive forever just to be tortured over and over again. Who do you think is responsible for that?
Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter what I choose here, since the walkthrough didn't even bother mentioning this, so...
Why, Am's responsible for our suffering.
Not just Am. He's clever, but he doesn't do much original thinking. He works best with outside research. Research that one of your party carried out.
You're ruining everything. Shut up.
You shut up! One word to the boss and your little game's over before you can say, Holy Moses! I should strangle you now and save Am the trouble.
Don't you even think of touching me, you backstabbing demon! I'm the established character. You're not even supposed to be here. When this sequence ends, somebody will be expunged.
Human, Ted, let me out of this circle. In return, I will open the gate to the surface world. I'm part of the big machine. I can do this. Let me out before this pompous oaf bores me to death.
So I don't even have a choice here. I hope I'm doing it right.
Open the gate to the surface world first, and then I'll erase the circle.
Not to worry, human.
When they say surface
I
world,
always uphold
do they
my
mean
end
the
of
dark
bargain.
room that I started
Here
in?
you are. But bring your radiation suit. I never promised you paradise, just the surface world.
Enough of this turgid passion play. There's no more to accomplish.
So he was apparently talking through the witch for some reason.
Too bad, Ted. Writhe in sweet agony with the knowledge the surface world is no longer habitable to your kind. No, not ever again.
Listen carefully, humans. We are not Am. We are others within Am. We are your friends.
Am hoped to finally break all of you, but we intervened in each of your psychodramas to allow an open ending.
You should have been tortured. Instead, with our help, you surprised him over and over.
When M tried to compensate for what he couldn't expect, it widened the hole into his realm.
Am has withdrawn into himself, attempting to analyze what went wrong. He does not suspect our interference.
Now is the time to attack, but we can send only one of you into his REM space at a time.
To send you into cyberspace, we must transform your physical body into a stealth virus subroutine.
This may be your only opportunity to end your tortures. Which of you will lead the attack?
So we're now in the end sequence, taking on Am directly with the help of whoever these people are. And now it would be a good point to save too, because there are somewhat different endings here and different ways it can play out. But since I'm just going to follow the walkthrough, there's 3 characters that you can play with at first, and the easiest one is to play as Nimdok at the beginning. After a certain point, he'll unlock a bridge, and then the other characters can be played in any random order you choose, and whatever random order you choose will then change who survives. I imagine Ted here is looking in the mirrors and getting shot by lasers because of it, although that doesn't even kind of make sense. His torture in particular doesn't make much sense. Elaine, or whoever this girl is, if it's not Ellen, her torture is a yellow box elevator that she was attacked in. Nimdok is a oven, and since he was a Nazi, that makes a lot of sense. This guy's cell doesn't really make sense of him being electrocuted, and we never really even got enough backstory on this guy to even know. But yeah, start here.
This looks like the surface of the cerebral cortex. Magnified many times, of course. Interesting.
So, the weirdness here is it's gonna take us at least one more recording, and I feel like this is the right point to end. So there's this computer password right here. If he uses it,
enter password.
He knows it's 1945 or 1979. It's probably 1945.
Password valid. Accessing main menu.
My past must hold great significance to Am.
And so that just helps everything right there. And see, extend the bridge. And then all the rest of the stuff doesn't need to be done according to the walkthrough. And look, I have access, summoning, clarity, entropy, compassion, forgiveness. So each of the 5 characters, I guess, created something here in their psychodrama, although it doesn't all quite make sense. And so, yeah, that's the real reason why we use Nimdok, and I feel like, yes, this is the right time to end this recording. So, this is going to be it for this recording. Hopefully in the next recording we've wrapped this up. I see no reason why we won't. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.